Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Let's do that again. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Well, happy October 1st. I'm really hoping this is going to be the final reset. I thought when September started, I had gotten a reset from all the burnout of the summer. And unfortunately, uh, it did not go very well. I talked about this yesterday, how all month long in September, the only song I could think about was, well, I had a classmate when I was in high school who was a big fan of Green Day, and they had a song "Wake Me Up When September Ends," and that's all I could think about all September long. I would have burnout situations. The only good thing I did all September long was I went on this 26-hour dry fast, and it really gave me something to refocus my attention on. I move into a hostel today and hopefully get to network with a lot of people. I did see a few good faces here, so that's good. A lot of diversity here, that's for sure. I'm hoping to meet other people who have similar backgrounds as I do, and so that's all good. Uh, for the first time in my life, I'm actually finding myself. Well, when I first got here, there was a little bit of stuff to figure out. So that was good. That was really good. Getting to network with people, talk to people about various things. That was really, really, really beautiful earlier today. I'm hoping that the rest of my time here, however long it might be, the rest of my life, right? Because if the people here are agreeable, will also be just as wonderful as my first couple of hours here. But you see, when I think back at this past summer, especially this past month, there was nothing I did during the month that I disliked. I was working two dream jobs. I was working on my art projects. That was my dream as well. And the only thing I Peter disliked was the pace of everything. It was like I was on this merry-go-round, and I was dizzy. That's all there was to it. Now, this month, there's a big decision I have to make. The Arizona State Fair is going on. I got to find out how long that's going to run for. Arizona State Fair going to run until October 29th. Okay, I got some time for that. There's something I want to protest there, and it stems from what happened last year at the state fair. Um, I had hoped to ride the Ferris wheel last year at the state fair, but I went there alone. And I can totally understand why they don't like people riding the Ferris wheel alone. If there's any sort of medical emergency or some situation while you're on the ride, you want somebody to be able to signal to the ride operator. I totally get it. I'd much rather be safe on the ride. But the problem I have is how they handle the situation. They put a big sign at the front of the gate, like no single riders, and it discourages anybody from finding out if there's somebody to get on the ride with. So, anyways, last year I had gone to the state fair, and I had tried to wave down people to ride with me, and the ride operator got very upset at that, and I almost got kicked out. I'm thinking of going there and protesting, getting on the ride and telling them, well, why don't you figure it out? Because I'm just as valuable a guest as everybody else here, and see what happens. I can see three possible outcomes of it. It's possible that they may just start the ride anyway and tell me that, you're doing this at your own risk, right? And so that would be okay with me. It's not exactly the ending I would hope for, but that's all right. Second, it's possible somebody will get on the ride with me, especially if they want the ride to go there. Maybe their kids are excited about the Ferris wheel. maybe one of the parents wasn't getting on anyway, and now this other parent will get on with me just so the kid can have a good time. That's okay, but that's not exactly what I'm shooting for. The real jackpot I'm shooting for is that they call the police or some kind of disturbance, right? Where they call them, and then I could calmly tell the police, this is the third time I've dealt with this problem, and I would hope to affect some change on that. And I hope to do this when I'm in a good mood, though, because this has a very strong possibility of going sideways, right? So I want to be in a strong mood. Definitely wouldn't be doing this today right after a stressful move, right? I definitely wouldn't do this on exam day when I'm stressed about grading exams or all that. But when I'm in a good mood, and especially during the week, not during the weekend, Sunday night might be okay because there's a possibility that this could turn sideways from a legal point of view. And I want to have the rest of the week to deal with that, right? But I was thinking about this protest that I might do. And I got to think it through. I hope to run the idea by a few people, see if there's any good feedback. I have a few colleagues that I trust. I have some friends that I trust. That's the Green Day fan that I knew. I probably ask him as well, see if he has some tweaks to it, right? But as I was thinking about this, I go to a board game meetup twice a week, and there's this girl who likes me, and she might just go to the state fair with me, and thus I won't have a chance to do that. But so who knows how this is going to play out, right? I do want to protest eventually, even if I do get into a relationship and never have to do this. I'll do it just for all the other people who were in my boat, who don't have a chance to do this, right? Not everybody has the luxury of just playing with this game, right? Some people have families to support and all that, and see how that goes. But that's been weighing me down a lot as of late. The thought of how am I going to play this game and making sure I prepare all my cards correctly, right? If you have any comments or suggestions on how to suggestions on how to make this planning, please feel free to leave a comment as well, right? I suspect that it won't go as far as I expect, right? Maybe somebody will just get on the ride just so that the ride can go on, right? Or they'll decide that it's no big deal that somebody rides the Ferris wheel alone, right? They might make me acknowledge that I'm doing it at my own risk or something like. I suspect it will go down a ramp like that. I really do, because nobody wants to be embarrassed about how their policies aren't working, right? Nobody wants to create a scene where the police have to show up to the state fair, right? All right. So hopefully this month won't be as taxing as the last couple of months. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.